benvenuti. Approfitto stasera della presenza di nostri interpreti in fondo della sala per dire due parole di benvenuto in inglese. First of all, I want to extend a very warm welcome to all the representatives of the institutions of Prato, government, business, cultural associations. A particular welcome to the Socia Prato Futuro, who are celebrating, as we know, their 30th anniversary of activity this year. To my Monash colleagues and students, I really am extremely delighted to be able to be presenting this evening together with Prato Futura. We've worked together with the association for many years now, and I'm only convinced that this will be the continuation of a relationship that will only grow stronger and closer. I must pay a personal tribute to Daniela Toccafondi, to her creative spirit, collaboration, energy. It's always a pleasure to work with Daniela, and organising this evening has been no exception. I also want to acknowledge the enthusiasm with which the Ordine degli Architetti embraced this idea, and I very much hope that this will be a continuation of a dialogue and a discussion with them, and we will have many opportunities to work together in the future. I'd like to thank in advance our speakers, Professor Shane Murray, who is the Dean of our Faculty of Art, Design and Architecture, Professor Justin O'Connor, a Professor of Communications and Cultural Economy, Dan Hill, the CEO of Fabrica, and Nikki Calms, who'll be speaking to you about some of the work that our students have been doing over the past couple of weeks. I'm constantly met with the same comment from the many visitors we have to the centre, whether they're students, people coming for conferences, members of the public, and that is, why isn't Prato more well known as a tourist destination? They admit that they probably wouldn't have had it on their list if Monash hadn't been here. But once they've arrived, they're invariably charmed by the compact nature of the city, its culture, its history, its dynamism, and its culture. Only last week we had a group of secondary students here from a high school in Canberra who were studying an Italian language course. And we don't often do this, but we asked them to leave us with a sentence describing their experience of Prato. And I think while I didn't expect them to be particularly negative, I didn't expect exactly how positive they were going to be. And I think some of their comments would be of particular surprise to many Pratesi. So I've got a couple here. Out of all the cities in Italy, Prato is my favourite. This is a great one. Prato ought to be proud of its perfection. Prato is a beautiful city, a city I fell in love with because of its countless historical stories. I enjoyed staying in Prato, and they went on and they went on. There's no doubt that this city is filled with incredible richness, not just because of its history, but because of its present. It's home to an amazing range of vibrant cultural associations. It's filled with creative and energetic people. And I think our real challenge is finding a way to new ways, innovative ways to work together and draw on what's already here. So the question we want to pose this evening is how we can imagine and plan for a future for Prato that's transformative, but at the same time sustainable and realistic. We all live with many competing demands on our time and our resources, and I think not least financial in the current economic crisis. So tonight is about launching an idea, or rather an approach, a way we might choose to go about imagining and designing a future for Prato. It's certainly not something that a foreign institution could or should do on its own, but tonight is about saying that we very much want to be part of that conversation and continue in dialogue with the city in the coming years. Thank you.